Yeah, so I haven't made a video in a couple days, and that always bothers me. This isn't going to be anything about shooting, I guess. It's just going to be me kind of rambling. I make a lot of videos. Hell, I've been doing it for a decade, just for myself. I put them on a Plex server, and sometimes when I'm bored, I'll watch them again. And one of the things that I remember talking about at some point in the past was perfection as far as the different games go. What would a perfect 9-ball match look like? What would a perfect bank pool match look like? Things like that. For some games, it's pretty easy. Perfect 8-ball match is the guy that wins the lag, breaks and runs out the set. Perfect 9-ball, same deal. I'm assuming winter breaks here because I'm old and we used to play winter breaks all the time. Same thing with bank pool. Go to Derby, it's winter breaks. Perfect match is win the lag and break and run 3 games. Don't know that that's ever been happened in bank pool. Hell, I've done it in 8-ball in league, and it's almost certainly been done in 9-ball. I don't know if it's happened in banks. Probably has. It hasn't happened on the TV table at Derby. It's about as. That's not going to go in. This table's been recovered since. It's Sunday night now. This table was recovered on Thursday, and it's already starting to act more like a normal table, which is a good thing. You know, all weekend that 12 would have gone in. It would have slid in, and there's still going to be a lot of shots where balls are going to slide in, but it's starting to play a little bit more like a normal table now. And like I said, that's good because I can get really spoiled when balls start going in and the table plays like it's got 8-inch pockets or something. So, all right. So 8-ball, 9-ball banks. When you're playing winter breaks, perfect set, perfect match is the guy that wins a lag, runs out. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy to conceptualize and maybe even to do for some people, not me. Comes to one pocket though. One pocket is not an offensive game. 8-ball, 9-ball, bank pool, those are offensive games. You can win. That's expected to run out an 8-ball, 9-ball if you make a ball in the break. But if you're a good enough player, you're expected to run out. In bank pool, I don't think you're expected to run out, but it's absolutely in the realm of possibility to do it. People bank 5 in a row all the time. Good bankers do. But one pocket, you saddle with this damn break. That was a good shot. Where it's very hard to make a ball in a break. And nowadays, they play by this rule that I disagree with. That says if you do make a ball in a break, you re-break. I can understand basically whiny crybabies saying, oh, I don't like it that Alex made a ball in a break and ran the next 7 balls and won that game. I can understand whiny crybabies. I've been around enough in my life. But again, I'm old and I'm used to certain things. I don't like that rule. Just so though, I can kind of understand not wanting to get in a one pocket match and the other guy breaks and runs a game. I can understand that. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. I've been talking to people about a compromise that I think would be better, and it hasn't caught fire. But what people are doing now is if you make a ball on a break, you re-rack. That's what they're doing. The compromise that I want to see, probably never will see, is if I'm playing one pocket and I break and I make a ball, I keep that ball, but it's the other guy's shot. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I may have had a really good break. A lot of times you have a really good break when you play one pocket and make a ball in your pocket. A lot of times it was a good break. You got to re-rack, re-break, and if you scratch, maybe it's just not as good of a break. I just don't like it. You know, the whiny crybabies are always saying, oh, well, it's luck. It's luck if you make a ball on the break. And they don't want to be penalized for luck. Yeah, okay, but if I break and I make a ball, then I'm getting penalized. I just got penalized for making a ball by luck. I don't think there should be a rule that, well, somebody's got to get penalized. No, I don't think so. I think if I break in one pocket and I make a ball in my pocket, I get to keep it, and then my opponent shoots from wherever everything stopped. I think that's a really good compromise. And frankly, I've been kind of surprised that nobody's ever really said, oh, that's a good idea, Dave. And I've certainly never seen it in any tournaments or anything on pay-per-view and shit. Yeah, and then got her rambling, I forgot who was shooting. Don't you hate it when you forget who was shooting? I think it was this guy. He's trying me out. No, I was not trying to do that. I was trying to shoot a stop shot. But I got all excited about this breaking one pocket bullshit. So anyway, old school, the way that I learned to play one pocket, and this wasn't that long ago. This was a decade ago at most. If you make a ball in the break, you keep shooting. So in that case, a perfect one pocket match is you break and run 3 racks in a row. But one pocket even. Wait a minute. Scratch what I just said. Damn. Because one pocket has always been alternate breaks. So forget everything I just said about that. So let's talk about a perfect one pocket match. Old school way. Where you make a ball, you get to keep going. But it's alternate breaks. So in that case, whoever wins the lag is going to win the match. If we're talking about perfect pool here, okay? Guy that wins the lag, breaks and runs. Then alternate breaks, the other guy breaks and runs. So whoever won the lag wins the match. If you're talking about perfect pool. And that's what I'm talking about, because it's my damn topic. If you want to go to this newfangled bullshit of you make a ball on a break and you re-rack, gets a little bit different. Okay. If that's the rule you're playing by, but you're still a perfect player, you don't want to make a ball on a break. You want to lay down a good break, and you want to put a ball right there. You want to get a ball as close as possible to your pocket. That's the next best thing to making it and getting to keep it would be putting it right there. And if you weren't going to get to keep it anyway because of the crybaby rules you're playing by, then that's the next best thing. So, thinking out loud a little bit here. Playing a one pocket match, and you're a perfect player, you're going to break, you're going to hang a ball in your pocket, you're going to have the stack here, and the cue ball is going to be someplace really goofy where he can't even see that ball. But, your opponent is also a perfect player. So what your opponent is going to do is somehow put that ball in. Somehow he's going to kick, he's going to carry him, he's going to masse. He's a perfect player, just like you are. He's going to do something like that. So you get one ball. And at this point, because one pocket is not an offensive game, we're assuming that this guy just laid down not only making that ball, but a perfect safety. There's no shot. There's no offensive shot. And it seems to me like in this case, this game goes on until the end of time. Nobody ever makes a ball because no one ever makes a mistake playing their safeties. Maybe each player ends up owing, an infinite number of balls because they're taking intentional fouls when they're supposed to, or at least they're never leaving an offensive shot. And that seems like that would be, I don't know, maybe a little bit boring if the game went on until the end of time and the only point that was ever scored was this very first ball. I mean, a lot of people say one pocket is boring to watch now. I think a lot of people would join them in that opinion if the game lasted until the end of time and nobody ever scored a point. Sure, it might be interesting for the first 100 or 150 years, but after a while, people might just start to, do something else, go on Facebook or something. But I find that interesting, and I tend to overthink things a lot. And an example of me overthinking stuff is, okay, what would I do if I was playing a perfect player in one pocket and all this stuff just happened? There's balls, but then I'm bad at examples. But I'm playing a perfect player and he just made my ball and let me hang in there. And then I'm playing a perfect player. What am I supposed to do? Do I want the game to go until the end of time? Or do I want to try to take a chance and do something else? I don't know if it's even possible. I can absolutely play a perfect safety in return. I can't imagine a situation where that's not going to happen, even if it's an intentional foul. But I'm not going to have an offensive shot. My opponent did not leave me any offensive shot whatsoever. Just about the best that I can do is put a ball as close as possible to my pocket, where it really never had any chance at all of going in. Otherwise, my opponent wouldn't have left it for me. But put it close to my pocket to where my opponent has to take it out. I'm not seeing a way out of this. I'm not seeing a way out of it. If I'm playing in a perfect opponent and I happen to be playing perfect pool, a one pocket game is going to last forever. It just is. If we're playing by the rules that I guess I would prefer, where I make just 5 on the break, but now it's my opponent's shot, I think we get into the same situation. I lay down a perfect break. There's no offensive shot. I did not leave an offensive shot for my opponent, so my opponent's going to play some kind of a safety. He's going to play perfect safety. Again, game goes on forever. So it got me thinking about, everybody has like this quest for perfection, and it's almost certainly unattainable for any length of time. I think if there were perfect players, it would kill one pocket. It would kill pool. If there were people out there regularly, never making mistakes, it would stop being fun to watch. It would stop being fun to watch Alex break and run 9 ball, or Dennis, probably more likely these days, break and run 10 ball. It would get boring to just watch that forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Just like it would get boring to watch Scott Frost and Tony Chohan play a game of one pocket until the end of time, where Scott had 1 ball and nobody else had any until the end of time. That would get boring. So if there were perfect players, that would kill pool. I don't see any way out of it. I don't see any way out of it. It's not going to make it. Players are either so good that they never miss, or their opponent is so good doesn't ever get a chance to shoot at anything. They're always locked up on something. I guess the point of what I'm saying here is, it's a good thing that there aren't any perfect players. And, I'm doing my part by not being perfect. Hopefully a lot of you will also join in on that, because we don't want to kill pool. And if we got enough perfect players, I think that's exactly what we would do. I think we would kill it. I don't think anybody wants that. All right, later.